Hey, little puppy cat. Just meow or something. Campers. That's better. Oh, what's going on, guys? How the frig is it going today? It is Friday. Friday after a short week, but let me tell you, always a busy one. Man, I haven't used this camera in a hot minute. Been like a long time. Currently it's 5 o'clock. Weekend has begun. Work day is over. I got Stupid outside right now. He's just kind of standing there. I don't know what he's doing. He's just barking at a moving tree. Yep. Anyway, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with myself tonight. It's friggin' this week. I haven't been able to go biking one day. Like during the day, like I'm working, right? And it's like, oh, it's so nice out, it's sunny, and I check the friggin' wind, and it's like, oh, 2 km/h winds, and sunny, not a cloud in the sky. 4:30 hits, overcast, 17 knot winds. Like just ridiculous, like horrible time for a bike rider. So I'm like, well, what have I been doing all week? I've been hitting the weights. Right now I'm going to be heading off to the grocery store. I went to Canadian Tire. I had a problem with the car the other day. Not really a big problem. It's been an ongoing issue since, well, forever. Just let me get the dog in the house here. Basically, the signal light burnt out in the front. And I don't know why I never got around to changing it. Probably because I just never went to the store to pick up a bulb. And it kind of burnt out at the end of the season in 2019, and I didn't drive it last year, so I just never remembered to do it. Anyway, I do want to hit the grocery store. I was thinking about hitting Independent tonight, just getting something to eat, because I kind of ran out of pork chops. Been kind of eating the same thing all week. I know some of you out there can't do that, and I don't know why. It's not that big of a deal, but some people are like, oh, if I have pork chops tonight, I can't have pork chops tomorrow. And if I had eggs for breakfast today, I'm going to have oatmeal tomorrow. Because I like to differentiate, because having the same thing over and over again feels like it's like not right and good and wrong. Or I don't know. Maybe they don't even think that. Maybe that's just my brain thinking that. I don't know, but I can totally have the same thing every freaking day, and I did this week, except for today because I ran out of pork chops. Well, yeah, if you guys are wondering what camera I'm using right now, I'm using the DJI Osmos Pocket, the one with the gimbal, so I can do like this, and it doesn't really, well, it did stuff, but it doesn't do it as bad, okay? Anyway, I ended up going to Canadian Tire the other night. I was looking for stuff for fixing the car up. I honestly don't know why I didn't jump on replacing that headlight or that light sooner than I did, because to be fair, it was actually the easiest damn thing I ever had to change. I didn't change it yet. I went and bought it, and then I ended up not doing it because it started piss and rain, because that's all it's been doing all week. Piss and rain at night when I got my free time, and then it's like beauty playing when I don't. Show you guys the simple process of an old car versus something stupid like this piece of junk. Shouldn't call it a piece of junk. The truck's pretty good. Just like in order to change the headlamp on these, like I can change my headlights without even opening the hood on this. Okay? On this, to change the headlamp bulb, you can't just open the hood and go in here and do it because, well, it's so stupid. I don't understand how vehicle engineering became so ass backwards that this is no longer an option. But like, you can't just come in here and reach down in here and do it because there's nowhere to grab onto. So in order to get in there, you gotta come in from under here and take this piece of plastic off. Like, how stupid is that? You know, you gotta, it's ridiculous. Where on this car, so easy. Gotta make sure I grab my hood stick, because for this car, for the time being, this will work. Anyway, this was the faulted. There, that's green. Like, it doesn't get any easier than that. Like, how come? Why? Like, why? You know? Anyway, these are the bulbs here. These 5770s or 1157As. I'm gonna pop one in that side, and then we'll check to see if the blinker actually works. Hopefully the battery still has a charge. Amazing why it wouldn't. There. Go ahead. Turn the ignition on. Let's start it. And see if that moves well. Beauty plan. Yeah, I know. You're like, Adam, you just made a video about changing out a headlamp. Are you an idiot? A little bit, but whatever. The other thing that I needed to do was this here is the positive crankcase intake. Basically, anybody, if you're not a car guy, I looked this up so I understand how it works. Air gets sucked into there, goes down to the crank, which is basically what turns your flywheel in the back and all that fun stuff. And then it gets, any positive crankcase pressure will get blown out your positive crankcase valve, and it gets sent into your, in my case, throttle body, and then it gets burned by the engine. The thing is if there's too much positive crankcase venting, there is a chance it can vent to atmosphere. Or not the atmosphere, but vent out of this filter, which is what it's doing. I'm getting the, like, I noticed there's no more oil burn off, so that is great. We're not getting any more oil burn off. I haven't checked my oil in this thing in a while, so let me just do that real quick. Yeah, we're good. We're at the full mark, so very, very good. And the oil's still, like, it's not even gross. It's still good. This is why I don't understand why companies make you change your oil in a time period rather than a kilometer run. You know, there's one thing I've never checked on here is, frig is my oil dipstick. I don't know anything about this truck, guys. Like, nothing. Like, if you're wondering, this is what the engine looks like. It's a little dirty under here because I never clean it. I barely ever pop the hood. There's where you fill the oil. But I'm not seeing anything around here that resembles a stick for dipping. I should probably know where that is. Oh, wait, what's this? No, that's just split loom. I'm just looking for like a handle or like a loop or... Huh. Wow. That's a bit of a thing, eh? Oh, there it is back there, I bet. Yeah, there it is, that yellow thing. It's quite the reach. I'm gonna pull it and check it. Yeah, I should get this oil changed for sure. Like, it's still not bad. Doesn't have any grit into it, but I should get it changed. Anyway, as for this thing here, when I got busted by the MTO for pollution control, they nailed me because my air pump, which is this pulley right here, this one down here, was not hooked up to anything. So now it's actually hooked up to the EGR properly, and it pumps air into there to burn off NOx gas, whatever. I think it doesn't burn it off, I think it just dilutes it more. You're still getting the same bullshit, just, you know, twice the calories. They also nailed me for this, because this thing here is theoretically not up to snuff. It's not supposed to be used as how I'm using it. For a performance off-road vehicle, yeah, this is fine, you can do that. But for on-road, for reasons, it's not legal. So what I need to do is get a line coming off of there and going into the air breather box. Now, the stock setup that I had on here, well, I shouldn't say the stock setup. This is the stock setup. The stock setup it comes with has that setup already, where you have a tube coming off there going in, and it's one of those, it doesn't have the open air element. It has like a tube coming off the side and it comes out here, and then it hooks into like a breather box that attaches up here somewhere into the front to get cold air in from the headlight area. And this car never came with that. When I got this car, it came with the chrome Edelbrock valve covers, the chrome that, and I bought the chrome alternator because my alternator that it came with was only like 70 amps and it wasn't charging the battery. It was actually really garbage. So I went, and it was like, for a 70 amp alternator at Canadian Tire, it was $130, or for $140 you can get the 120 amp alternator. What was that? Anyway, you can get the 120 amp alternator, which basically, why not, right? Like if you're gonna spend the money, you might as well spend a bit more money and get something better. Obviously the chrome on this isn't too pretty. It could use a bath and be prettied up, but it's a Power Master alternator. And I went with a bigger capacity just because of the reason of, I used to have a really big stereo in this car and I kind of needed the power to push it. And I got rid of that stereo, and now I kind of don't need all this amperage, but I got it, so I might as well just leave it alone. But yeah, if I clean that up, you can tell that she's shiny as shit. She's just filthy as frig. So it is what it is, right? It's like my headers. They're all rusted to piss, but there's no holes in them, so let them do header things and that'll be fine. No, I really wish I would have friggin' jumped on this bandwagon earlier this summer and played with the car, but I was so freaking just destroyed for stupid reasons. Literally, guys, I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know what was going on. It was literally the dumbest thing ever. Let's go to the grocery store. We're gonna do a rolling vlog and I'll tell you what happened. So yeah, this summer, mentally just was not in the game. I decided, you know what, back in March, April, somewhere around there, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being alone. This COVID thing's coming to a bitter end, at least I thought. It's time to get back out there and start hunting for a woman in my life, you know? And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, Adam, what about Sarah? You know, she's a good friend. Sarah's a good friend. That's it. You know, we're good friends. I was looking for something up, man. Like my parents, when they were my age, I was going to college, okay? Like I was graduating from college, starting my job at Ontario, all right? At 42. Look at me at 42. Like, got no girlfriend, definitely no wife. I got a house and, you know, cars and stuff and toys and things, but like I'm definitely not as far as long as my parents are. And is that a problem? Well, no, it's not a problem. Like a different time, different era, different everything, right? It's just the way she is. But I started digging around and, you know, going on dating sites, because what else are you gonna do? You know, you go on the friggin' Tinder and you go on the Match and the eHarmonies and all that, and you know, looking for love and try and hook up with something out there and try and find a connection. And well, let's just say one after another, I realized something about the women these days. Like I don't know if it's the women or just me, but it's like nobody's looking to make a long-term connection anymore. Everybody out there that I've come across was not looking for a relationship. They're just looking for a one-night friggin' pig in a poke, you know, a little stab in the pants and call it. Like, thanks for servicing my needs. I'll give you a call the next time my needs need servicing. I don't want any attachment. That's literally how it was. Like, and I'm not that kind of a guy. I'm, you know, some people out there love the friends with benefits era, or the jump online and find a random and then, you know, nail them and never have to deal with them again until you accidentally knock them up and now they want, you know, baby bonus or whatever. But I am not one of those people. Like I'm a classic guy. I'm not your run-of-the-mill friggin' douchebag, even though I play one on YouTube. But you know, besides the point. Like I couldn't do it, and it was literally demoralizing me to the point where making videos bothered me. Going fishing, I just didn't want to go fishing because I was so blah and depressed and and lost. And that's literally what was killing my mindset all summer, is this whole relationship bullshit. It was just blowing me out of the water and ruining my freaking mindset. Like, I'm impressed it didn't wreck me for biking season, for the challenge, but it didn't. I was able to get her done. But literally, guys, that's what was kicking my ass. I was like, you know what? It's about time, like, shit or get off the pot. Like, and Dad was right to an extent about, it's a pretty nice car, about the women these days. He said to me, he's like, Adam, they're over 40 and they're single. You got to give yourself a question, like, why? And I said, well, Dad, I'm over 40 and I'm single. And he's like, yeah, and why are you single? And he's right. The reason why is because my ex gave me such friggin' trust issues and problems. It took me forever for me to friggin' settle them in my mind and decide to, get back out there and play the waters, go fishing, if you will. But still, it's like, yeah. So after multiple dates and being told the same thing all the time, and being told that, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm just looking for one night, and then, some of them saying that they're actually looking for a relationship, and chivalry isn't dead, guys and girls. Chivalry isn't dead. It's just nobody cares about it anymore. That's the problem. I don't know. Whatever. I'm probably just spouting off. Anyway, I'm at the store. I'm gonna go in, grab some food. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay. Bye. Oh, that was gross. Hey guys, I'm back. In case you didn't tell, I just puked everywhere. Alright, we got chicken. They had a deal. Oh my god, I love this deal. You get like 2 12-packs of diet iced tea. So 0 calories, same great taste as iced tea, none of the nonsense. Super good, super awesome. Love getting it when I see it. The diet's always sold out whenever I come here though, so that's why I never get it. But when I see it and it's there, I get it because, dude, best weekend drink if you don't drink beer. Otherwise, beer is the best weekend drink. But I'm not about to start drinking again. I'm actually surprised I didn't start drinking after all the nonsense that was going on this summer with all these ladies, let me tell you. Like even my buddies that drink are like, dude, you went through all of COVID, working at home, living at home, working out at home, hardly seeing another soul. On top of that, I don't talk to people on the phone anymore. Like, I fix problems, but I don't do it over the phone. So I had like limited social interaction with other humans. And they're shocked that I didn't go back to drinking, that I never bothered picking back up the bottle or buying the can or, getting loaded to try and force dopamine. And I was like, no, because I had another way to force dopamine, which was awesome. And that was through the power of exercise. Mind you, when I was super depressed and stuff, I wasn't. I'm going to let this transport go. It looks like he's hauling a bunch of sandbags or something. I don't know. Bags of dirt, pallets of dirt. Those look like Walmart pallets too. Somebody should have told me he missed his turn. Oh, here's a nice car, a little 350Z. Oh wait, I know that person. I didn't know they had that car though. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, so they're all kind of crazed out and stuff. And I was chatting with a buddy, and he's the one who was like, oh, try Tinder, because that's how I met my wife. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not married anymore. And he's like, well, like it didn't work out and stuff. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, dating sites, let me tell you, they're big time swing and a miss. Unless you're just looking for a good time, but not a long time, you're probably best to stay off the dating sites, because that's all they're good for. Just wham bam, thank you ma'am, hump and dumps. That's about it. But yeah, a lot of my friends were like, they're completely flabbergasted by the fact that I didn't go back to drinking after how depressed I was. And it affected my life big time this summer, as you remembered, because I kept talking about it on every friggin' vlog. And I'm doing it again, because that's what I do. If you're wondering why I didn't bring the Trans Am to go to independent grocers, there's a real good reason for it. The car sits lower now for some reason, and the first speed bump you hit, she's kind of belligerent, and it scrapes off the little flap on the bottom of my bumper. So I decided better not risk it for a biscuit and just drive the truck that actually has ground clearance. Now, there was something I wanted to check on here. Is that speaker wired in here? It is wired in, eh? But if it's wired in, what the heck's going on here? Where are you from? See, this is the problem I have. I'm gonna play with this for a minute. Alrighty, well, I tested the speaker wire, or tested the speakers to see if they worked, and they do. I did the old 9-volt technique where you hook up positive, negative, negative, and if she pulses, then she's good. She pulsed, so she good. So I don't understand why the signal is not making it back there, unless over the years of sitting, something crawled into the door and chewed through the wire, which means I need to run new speaker wire, and I don't have any speakers, so that's a thing. Now, I did go on Amazon, like I said, for my PCV issue, and I did buy parts. I bought come on, brain. No? I bought the parts for the PCV. The part that goes in where the filter is, I found a thing by Spectre, Edelbrock Spectre series. It goes in and it gives you a tube outlet, and then the other end runs to your engine, and you have it runs to your thing, and then this guy here is going to go in, and I'm just going to have the tube attached to it. Now, I thought I had an elbow in here somewhere to actually do that job for me, but I can't find it. I know I saw it, and I was like, oh, I need this for the Trans Am. I better put this somewhere safe. I'm going to put it here. And then my brain went, guess what, buddy? I forgot where you put it. Worst case Ontario, I'm just going to friggin' run a tube right off of the, like a fuel line friggin' emissions tube, right off the Spectre, right into this stupid little filter thing. Because, like I say, what's happening right now is she is backfiring a bit of gas, and it comes out the end of the hood, and you can smell it in the car, and it's kind of obnoxious. Like, it's not too bad when you're driving, but when you're idling at a stoplight, you kind of get the smell, and it's pretty gross. And I was kind of concerned that I was burning oil, like maybe the mains were leaking or something, because common fault with the 305 tune port injection, not the throttle body injection, is your mains, the main seal goes after sitting too long. TBI didn't have that issue, at least it wasn't reported as often. But with the TPI, it was a common fault, and you always had to get your mains redone if you let your car sit too long. And I was kind of curious if my car was one of those cars that was like a car. It turns out it's more like a truck. Anyhoozle, we'll get the emissions shit cracked on and taken care of. Also, I found out what the front swing in the front was. Rex clued me into it because he knows a little bit more about cars than I do, because he's been around the block a couple more times than I have. And I realized it's something I can't fix because I'm missing something crucial to do it. The front drag link on my car is shot. Basically, that keeps the front end from swaying back and forth and locks the steering wheel so that the left wheel and the right wheel are always pointing in the same direction. When they start to fail, it basically causes a lazy tire effect. Now, it won't let go because it's bolted on, but it is kind of damaged from sitting and getting squished by 10,000 pounds of snow. So I'm gonna have to get that replaced. Luckily, the part's only 20 bucks. Unluckily, I can't do it myself because I need a hoist to lift the damn car in the air so that the part can go on, because you got to take off like the front control arm and stuff to do it. And I don't have a hoist. You see in the inside of my garage, there's no room for a freaking hoist in there. So I'm gonna have to hire a guy to do that. Probably won't happen this year, but at least now I know what the problem is. I know my tires are good. Like, there's no weather cracking on them. There's no friggin' bulbs coming out of it. They hold air. They work. I thought they were losing air, but it's, you know, you'd be down 12 psi too if you sat for 7 years not being driven. Jesus Christ. Don't take that the wrong way. I know it's too late. I haven't checked my mail already. I should check that. What access? Oh yeah. Guess what, guys? Canada's having an election. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, we're having an early election. Trudeau was supposed to get voted out in 2023, but instead the dumb shit wants to go this year, so he called for an early election. So that's a thing. So where do I gotta go to friggin' sign on the dotted line? Just at the school down the street? Where the hell is that? Okay, what's the date today? Okay, according to this, wherever this Elks Lodge is where I can go to vote right now. So, got my wallet, and you know what? Let's make a freaking vlog out of this, right? Like, welcome back to vlogs, eh? Holy guys. Finally got my brain in order, finally got things moving right. Apparently I can go right now, tomorrow, the 12th or the 13th, and vote. I don't even know who the heck I'm voting for, because literally it's the same situation that you guys in the US went through, where you had a dummy and a dummy, and no matter who you voted for, you're being represented by a dummy. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna take the Pontiac. Sure, the car sways back and forth, up and down, left and right, but you know what? Frig it. Let's go. We got a signal light now, at least we can tell people where we're turning. I also gotta find out where the heck I gotta go, because I don't know. You know, there's one other thing I was wondering about with this car. It's got USB on the radio. I'm wondering if I were to plug in my phone into here, if it would just work. I don't know. It's an older stereo though. It's an old Kenwood. Holy crap. It's final countdown, boys. It's got USB, satellite radio, 4-volt, pre-outs. Doesn't say anything about hooking up a cell phone to it, because back in the day when this came out, people still had the old flippy phone. Anyway, let's go to the polling and go vote for a guy. Alright guys, well, just did the voting thing. I've never been up here. I'm surprised. Somebody just parked literally right behind me. Idiot. You're lucky I care about my car. Yeah, I just got a text message from Joss. She needs a connector for her computer. Is that Joe? Is that my homeboy? It is Joe's car. Where the hell is he? Is he working here? I want to see if he comes out from voting. So you know what? I'm just gonna sit and chill for a minute. What's going on, honky? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Kind of different, and you were looking over like, fuck, this is somebody else. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. You know what? A couple of days ago, I was on the motorcycle.
Probably saw me.
I drove by your house, and a guy was backing out of your driveway in a Saturn Sky, and it said Rex on the front.
Yeah, that's Rex's car. Alright guys, back home. Took Dirty Bird for a rip there, and I love it, man. Friggin' last weekend, took it for a rip. Like I said, I put like, I think it was $30, and it brought me from like just under a quarter of a tank to 3/4 of a tank, and then rode around for like 2 hours on that, and just bombing around, you know, going up and down streets, no direction, no friggin' no plan of attack, no nothing, just you drive. This looks like a neat street, you turn down it, you know. This is what we used to do back in the day, and the art was kind of lost because a lot of my friends that did that moved away. And then tonight I meet up with my buddy Joe. or Bill, or whatever the hell we're gonna call him today. Angry Joe, he was on vlog 200, which got muted because there was music. Back to the topic. He's gonna get his Mustang back on the road there, and we're gonna go out and make the 10-liter wall great again. But did my voting, that's all said and done. Got the new light bulb, tested it tonight, worked great. Definitely got to fix the EVAP, not the EVAP, but the negative crankcase, I guess, because that's what it is. It sucks air in from that side and then blows it out the other side, and it helps remove moisture from the crankcase. Apparently, that's what I read online. So we're gonna have to deal with that. But I came home. It's around 9 o'clock now, 9:15, because I'm freaking hungry and I want some food. So I went and picked up a chicken there at the place and stuff, so we're gonna do that, eat that now. Tomorrow I didn't work out today because I worked out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday, and I was doing alternating one day back and biceps with squats, and then back biceps legs, and then the day after that I was doing chest, triceps, and shoulders because I was doing a bro split. I didn't want to do today because I'm thinking tomorrow I was going to take today off, eat some food, rest, recover, get back into it. And tomorrow it's probably going to be coffee and barbells, meaning I'm going to drink a bunch of coffee and lift a bunch of barbells, and it's going to be awesome. Got to figure out stuff to do tomorrow because we're 100% chance of thunderstorms. Obviously taking Dirty Bird out for a rip will not be one of those things because, well, cruising in the rain kind of sucks. And but yeah, that's what I'm going to pretty much end it here tonight. So there you guys go. Modern technology might be awesome and stuff, but changing simple things like headlights sucks, and lamps and stuff sucks. Pretty much got to disassemble the entire front end to do it. Don't know what the friggin' engineers were thinking, but obviously they weren't, because, well, proof's in the pudding. Got some parts coming in from Amazon for Dirty Bird to fix the crankcase vent thing. That should be hopefully here mid next week, if not later. And then after that, yeah, is what it is. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Talked about Dirty Bird, went for a cruise, talked about dating sites and how much they suck, and let you guys in on the insight as to why there hasn't been much videos, or for that matter, why I haven't been fishing and why I've been so down. It's because when you let the opposite sex get to you, it just kicks your ass. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, like button. Questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, fish, lift, cycle, never stop. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.